For today's cup of coffee with Scream.
Cup of coffee!
It was another absolute insane day. And if it wasn't insane for you personally, oh my God, go on X and just to see the show. Because it is one hell of a show right now.
Yeah. If you got that sort of feed, yeah, it's going to be one hell of a show.
There was someplace in Texas that there was this older lady. She had taken herself a lawn chair, and she was armed and was set down in the middle of the freeway.
Oh God, that's
a standoff. They had cops
with a gun.
Yeah,
gun in her little lawn chair.
Yeah, and it's like if it took 50 cops to try to figure out what the hell to do with one elderly lady. And obviously there was some kind of a mental health issue there because she was having delusions.
Oh, no.
And so it took that many to figure out what the hell to do.
It should not have taken that many. You get one to come up behind her as she's sitting in the chair, and then yoink the gun. She ain't going to be able to fight that hard.
Well, I think part of it was she was in her delusion that somebody had done something to her children. And maybe that's what it was. It was just a matter of getting in touch with the children, having them come and it's like, look, I'm right here.
Yeah.
But if somebody is that delusional, even that can be dangerous. But the number of cops on the video was incredible.
I haven't seen that.
No, you didn't see that one. I did send him the one that's the blown up picture, and it's like when you've got something that has been videoed from that far away, unless you've got some of this expert equipment and stuff, you're not going to get a close up,
right,
and not lose detail.
Right.
This lady, it was in California, of course it was. You've got this nice little pond here that it's not that deep, and I noticed that they had some fish swimming in there, and then they had ducks, and the ducks be doing what ducks do during mating season. And she starts screaming at the ducks.
Mm-hmm. Harshly screaming.
And then screaming at everybody else, why aren't they doing anything?
Right.
And so she got in the water, as you can see. Somebody actually gave her a net. That net did not need to be used on the ducks. That net needed to be used on her.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that would be considered assault or something like that. But there are some cases that it should just not. It's that should be the proper response.
Yes.
To net on someone.
They need those SpongeBob when they went to the moon. Those nets.
The net guns.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with the insanity that has been going on for so long about people videoing everything, crying harassment, crying foul on everything. No.
Crying foul.
Well, yeah, ha, 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 ducks, ha, ha, ha. So, I had reposted this on X.
Didn't she get one of the ducks in that net?
I did not see her successfully catch one of the ducks. I would say that probably that would have been illegal because those type of animals are usually protected.
Mallard ducks are protected over there?
When it's in a park type setting, I think that yes, it is. I mean, that's just like out town. There is the bird sanctuary and stuff, and you don't go out there and be messing around with the birds.
No.
People around here usually have enough sense to do that. I mean, they don't mess with the birds and the wildlife. You're looking at me funny.
Yeah, I'm like, are you sure about that?
Well, there was the idiot that shot the goat that was on the mountain. I don't know. Yeah.
There's been many cases of them doing stupid stuff.
Oh, But it was just absolutely incredible to sit and watch this. And it's like, that's a control issue.
Yeah.
It's a severe control issue.
An out of control issue.
So my suggestion was somebody needs to tell her that the bears are being unruly and need her assistance.
Mm-hmm. Take her to one of those national parks.
I don't know. Maybe we do need to help with the natural selection process on some things.
We've done so much to prevent natural selection from doing its thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and that's to our detriment. It really is.
So take her to the ocean. Put her in one of those boats. Let her fight out with the sharks and the fish.
Well, I think that they had in one of those Norse countries, Sweden or somebody like that, some of these activists that had blocked a canal. And so that there was somebody that their job was to, as far as tourists, okay, they were preventing that person from doing their job. Mm-hmm. And there was this one woman in a dinghy. When you've got a bigger boat versus a dinghy, it could have been much more. It could have been much more interesting than it actually was.
Yeah,
and I think that
it doesn't take much to tip a dinghy.
No, and we have got laws that are unjust. We truly do.
We do. And it's horrible when they add laws but don't take old laws away.
But that's by design. And some of this planetary stuff that we're coming up on, I just take care of yourself, buckle down, because I'm just staying in the house. I've got hermit mode activated in spades.
You know what that reminds me of? There was a stupid law. A really stupid law. I don't remember what state it was. I can't. But frogs could not croak. It was illegal for frogs to croak or to do whatever sounds they do past a certain time in said town. Yeah. It's like, what that lady exhibited is the same amount of control issues that those people have.
You're absolutely correct. I mean, and we look at those laws and it's like, who in the hell would do something that asinine? Well, here you go. Real time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And some people,
horrible.
You give them a little bit of power and they will abuse the hell out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's why it's not wise to give those people any sort of power.
No. But it has just been incredible to sit and watch some of these things going on X. Watch some of these people that are just absolutely falling off the edge. What do you do? I mean, other than truly not participating in it.
Don't know.
Just sit there and pray our way through, I guess.
Take away the laws protecting the dumb people.
Well,
and also we should have asylums can be done in a much better way now.
They could. They really could. They really could. And it's like
open them back up.
A lot of the things that used to be done to restrain people. Now, what would be the reason to restrain people? To prevent them from hurting themselves and others. That's the reason that people were restrained and still are. Mm-hmm. And in today's world, they have what is called a chemical restraint, also known as a sedative, to sedate them.
That's a tranquilizer.
Yeah. It is. Because what else are you going to do?
There's nothing really you can do. I mean, that's what they had to do with some of the mental patients, was drug them up.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That is the option for people that are having a severe mental health crisis right now, when they are totally out of control, because I've seen them.
So what? Someone should dose their ass, be like, hey, you want a free sample? And if they take it, they...
No, I mean, what it is you put them in a restraint, and when they are hospitalized in that way, for that severe of a condition, it is a matter of using a chemical restraint, is what it's called. Because if you allow them to sit there and beat their head on the wall or something like that, guess what? The facility is liable for that.
Mm-hmm.
That was the whole thing about the padded rooms.
The rubber walls.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And deinstitutionalization was a lie. It truly was. And it was not a matter, were there abuses? Yes. Could it have been corrected? Yes. Do we need facilities like that today? Oh, yes.
Big time. Big time.
Yeah. And it's like, this is one of the things that all these stupid ass laws and stuff like that, it's tying the hands of the people that could fix some of these problems.
Mm-hmm.
That's purposeful. Now, I very much appreciate Florida's approach on a lot of this stuff. Because they flat out told them. They said, you come down here, you sit in the middle of the highway, you get run over. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, also, you go in somebody's house with the intent to rob them or harm them in any way, they have the right to shoot you graveyard dead, I think was what that one sheriff, it was his exact words.
Mm-hmm. Florida has it right on a lot of things,
yeah.
I think.
They do. And it's like they had, as far as a new prison that was right in the middle of Alligator Swamp.
What?
Oh, yeah. And people was throwing a fit on that.
What the fuck?
I'd pitch in $5.
Yeah. Yeah.
God. We're actually living through this.
Yeah.
We're living through this. This is absolute insanity.
Makes for great TV, though.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Mm-hmm. It's just that it's absolutely amazing when you really, truly look at this stuff. And the level of ignorance. And a lot of these people are not putting on.
No, they're genuinely that dumb.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There are some of them out there that it's like, how do you manage? How do you survive?
They don't. I mean, they're not doing it really well. And this is the thing. A lot of people, basic life skills are not being taught to a lot of people. Meal preparation, different things like that. Just simple stuff. Home repairs. And if shit goes sideways, these urban areas are going to be disasters.
Yeah, big time. They're going to be some of the first ones to collapse.
Well, it's as far as then people in the outlying areas are going to have to do what they have to do.
Become independent?
Protect what they have from people coming from these cities.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to have to live in Mad Max world. I don't. So I'm praying to God, and I ask you all to pray also, that something that we have not even thought of will occur. Something positive. It doesn't always have to be tragic. I would like to think that humanity could get an upgrade through a positive experience.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Mm-hmm. It would be.
And then you've got
we
people...
can all pray for that, seriously.
Somebody, who was it? I think it was Stefan Burns that was talking about that somebody from Japan had some kind of prophecy about July the 5th.
Of what?
I don't remember. He wasn't... Any of this stuff, you never know. You don't know what to believe. You don't know what not to believe. Pray for discernment on all of it. Walk in situational awareness everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It just... And people can't go through this level of stress forever because it has effects on your mind, your spirit, your body, all of it.
Everything.
Yeah. Because I can tell you what it's like to live in severe stress for years and years and years. It'll break you down.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. And I need prayers. I need prayers.
She does.
I will tell you that I did try a full dropper full of the methylene blue that I got from Alex Jones.
That's good. And you said that you had some mental clarity, right?
I did. I had a very positive effect from it. Any of this stuff, check with your pharmacist, because I think that they said, especially if you're on any kind of psychiatric med, SSRIs or anything like that, that it could affect some of that. Ask your pharmacist.
Yes.
I had checked with my people, and they're like, hey, go for it.
Yeah, they gave you the green light.
Yeah, it's like it'll make you pee blue. I didn't even get to that. That means, the other time I had tried like 15 drops, which I think my system is having issues to the point that it didn't even. But this was the full dropper full.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that my body absorbed it to the point I am not peeing blue.
Damn.
So there was something there that was very, very needed.
Yeah.
But I had heard this one dude, he was talking about as far as helping with nerves and your brain, every place else. And that is one of the things about the fibromyalgia. It's like your nervous system is just haywire.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like laying down to try to nap and feeling like I'm being stuck with pins. That's not pleasant for me.
No.
And so I would like to think that over a period of time of using this on a regular basis, that it ain't going to hurt to try. I've tried everything else.
No, it's always worth a try.
But the mental clarity there for a while was wondrous.
That's good.
It was way good.
I'm going to have to try it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I should do a glass of methylene blue before going into work.
I would think I would try that on a day that I wasn't going to work, just to see, If you're going to experiment with anything, do it on day off in case you have some kind of adverse reaction.
Well, you got a point. Damn your logic.
Don't hall monitor the wildlife.
Literally.
That just, I was stunned. That and Appalachian podcast, if over on X, those guys are great. I love those guys. They live up the road from us a piece. And most of them are, as far as veterans. And these people have seen stuff, and they've gone through stuff, and I will encourage them any possible way that I can. And every now and then apparently in the area, they have these bare-knuckle redneck fights. I don't want to see it. I don't want to think about it. I have seen it. These people actually put on the internet. Internet is forever. And it's like, oh God, do you know why? Why do you show this to the world?
Some things just people have the need to feel
seen.
Yeah, they need to feel seen as far as their stupidity or someone else.
That's what I told him. I said, I try to keep my stupidity within the confines of my own home.
I mean, there are some things that it's like, oh my God, that was so stupid. I wish someone else was there to see that.
No. And it
was so funny.
Oh God. But you know what? For people who would ever think, like if they're from New York and they thought, I will relocate to the Appalachian Mountains. We need to have a compilation of those people and play it for anybody thinking of moving to this region.
Yeah,
Are you sure you want to come here? Are you really, really sure?
Unless you're willing to integrate into our community and, you know.
And we say that, and it's like we have a relative that did marry somebody from New York. He's down the road from us.
Yeah, but he's actually integrated.
Yeah, fairly well. At least he's keeping his head down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a little skittish, but he's a cool guy.
We have people from all over, not in droves.
Well, we've had quite a few people from out of state before try to move in, and then
they don't last long.
No, they move out pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. And that's the reason I was only half joking when I was talking about as far as things being in these mountains. That is so.
There's things in these mountains that protect its people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And we ain't talking about other just, rednecks and hillbillies and everything. We talking about
spirits.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. I have no problem with the woodland spirits.
No. And it's like, as far as vengeful spirits, I have no doubt that in certain areas.
Yeah.
Because that was one of the things. The tiny town near us during that battle was one of the turning points of the war, of the Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
In that section of river, and that little plateau there, and it was always told to us when we were growing up that the river ran red with blood.
Yeah, that is something that has definitely been told, and that's
Anytime,
a horrifying thought. That is a surefire way to have some bad juju on.
Oh, absolutely. Because anytime that you've got blood spilled, that it taints the ground.
Yeah.
So
it does. It puts bad energy into it.
But as far as vengeful spirits, yeah, wouldn't surprise me in the least.
Yeah.
The things that would not bother people that are native to this area, it doesn't mean that it wouldn't bother somebody that's not from here.
Right.
So, if you're going to be a dumbass, and everybody has their days. Everybody has days. Please don't put it on TikTok. Please don't put it on X.
Please do. Please do. It gives me something to watch.
It gives us something
to watch.
That, or you could sit there and raise a mug and give us a shout out. If you're going to do that, sit there and go, I'm going to do this idiocy and for Youngest K and Warlanda.
Yeah. With that, without stuff like that, people always record. We wouldn't have had shows like America's Funniest Home Videos. We wouldn't have Fail Army. We wouldn't have 1013, whatever the fuck is.
I watched Wild Kingdom. I grew up watching In Search Of. All these different things that, like I said, it was.
Well, that's all.
Tried to keep your idiocy behind closed doors. You didn't talk about being a dumbass or an alcoholic. That's the Appalachian way. Now all that's out in the open. It's all out there for anybody and everybody.
Now feed me that brain rot. Feed me that brain rot.
Oh, don't come here. We're full. These mountains full up. They full. No
Seriously, you don't want to mess with these things. Dude, no joke. It freaks me out. I've been here all my life. Still freaks me out to go out.
Yeah, there's places you don't go.
Yeah.
There's places you don't go in the daylight. The energy is just like, no, don't go there.
Yeah. But legit, just going out in the yard and all that, it freaks me out sometimes.
Our yard?
Yeah, going to the edge of it, that's...
The pet cemetery?
No.
Oh.
More towards the building and shit like that. Like, there's other edges around the yard.
Yeah, well. Anyhow,
it freaks me out. Staring right into those woods. I don't know what faces are going to be...
Well, that's true.
Peeking out from the leaves.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
I always think about that. So it's like, and if I get a feeling like, oh.
Yeah, going back in the house.
Yeah.
That's true. That is true. Because,
If I get that feeling, no joke, I burst out into a run if I get that feeling.
I don't blame you. Ain't no shame in that. Everybody's having paranormal. Everybody's having supernatural.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Oh
no. Oh why? Oh why? Oh why? Oh why? Oh why?
That's
it.
Why? That's it. You want to tell the people where we can be found?
Yeah, you can find us on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Rolanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, at RolandaCOCWS. Thank you all for joining us. Have a good.
Know that you were loved. Treat other people the way you would like to be treated.
Yeah.
Oh my God! And don't be harassing the animals.
Assholes. What?
Don't be harassing the animals.
Legit. Let the animals do what it is they do.
They need to do. Let them be what they do. They just be how they do. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.